Hi there, this is Ruben from Dutch Round 1. Thanks again for stopping by. Thanks for watching another episode. As always, I appreciate your time and I appreciate your support. Today, another grammar lesson. We will take a look at the difference between willen and zullen when they are used in modal verbs. But before we do that, remember to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you want more content, and let me know in the comments if this grammar lesson was useful for you or not. But without much further ado, let's go straight for the grammar lesson. Alright, so first of all, I was speaking about modal verbs in the introduction, so I need to explain to you what a modal verb is. So a modal verb shows possibility, intent, ability, or necessity. They're an auxiliary verb, or also a helper verb, right? They're used together with the main verb of the sentence, right? So that's the theory. Let's break that a little bit down. Let's clarify this, all right? So for instance, ik wil een brood kopen, right? Now, ik koop een brood, that would be I buy a bread, right? Ik wil een brood kopen, as you can see, willen would be our modal verb, basically expresses desire, right? I want to buy a bread. So a modal verb shows possibility, intent, ability, or necessity. All right. So in Dutch we've got 5. We've got willen, which is to want. We'll take a look at willen today. Zullen, which expresses the future. You can translate it as shall, all right, or will, expressing the future. Moeten, must. Mogen, may, and kunnen, to be able to. But today we'll take a look at willen and zullen, and we'll take a look at the differences. And why are we going to take a look at these differences? Because I feel many of my students or other people, when they speak Dutch, they try or they mix them up from time to time. Alright, so first of all, we will take a look at the conjugation of zullen. So we'll start off with zullen. So again, freely translated, shall, will, expressing the future. So we're only going to take a look at the present tense. So if you look at the table which you see in front of you, so basically you see zullen, that would be the infinitive, and then to the left you see the personal pronouns. In the middle, in the column of the T and the T, that would be the tegenwoordige tijd. That is your present tense in Dutch. So we'll take a look at this one. On the right side you see the V and the T, that would be verleden tijd, past tense, and then underneath voltooid deelwoord, there's none for zullen, but that would be the past participle. Alright, so the conjugation of the verb zullen is ik zal, jij, je, u zult. However, you can also say jij, je, u zal. Both of them are possible. And then hij, zij, ze, het zal, wij, we zullen, jullie zullen, en zij en ze zullen. Right? That's the conjugation of the verb zullen. And now we'll take a look at what it refers to, and that is the future. Zullen as a modal verb, mainly, I mean there's also other references it can make, but today we're just going to focus on the future. Zullen is a modal verb in Dutch which is used to refer to the future. So an English translation can be will or shall. We'll take a look at the examples. Hij zal naar school gaan. He will go to school. Zij zal in de zomer reizen. She will travel in summer. Wij zullen wij zullen een film kijken. We will watch a movie. Now this is a modal verb which refers to the future. So also I want you to take a look at the position of the verbs, right? In English you will say will, all right, your auxiliary verb, your helper verb, and then you have go, your main verb, they are together. However, in Dutch, we split them up. You will see zal, that's your auxiliary verb, your helper verb, and then gaan, or main verb, goes all the way to the end of the sentence. As you can see in the second sentence also, zij zal, right, zal, auxiliary verb, and then we go to the end of the sentence, and there we have travel, reizen. The next one, wij zullen, so zullen, auxiliary verb, and then kijken, to watch, all the way at the end of the sentence. I also want to make a side note with kijken and also with luisteren, so to watch and to listen. Sometimes you'll hear ik kijk een film, ik luister muziek. know that the correct preposition is actually naar. Ik kijk naar de televisie of ik luister naar de radio. In some cases, you can leave it out. Ik kijk een film, ik luister muziek. However, I'd recommend always using naar. Because sometimes you actually need it. Alright? In most of the cases, you need that preposition. There's only a few exceptions where you don't need naar. Right? So then we go to our next verb, and our next verb is willen, right? Willen, to want. Okay, again, the same thing, our infinitive on top, personal pronouns to the left, and then in the middle we have the T, and that would be our present tense, which we will focus on. So it's ik wil, right? Jij, je, u wilt, and then hij, zij, ze, het wil. Be careful of that one. Because you don't have a T. Most of the time, in the third form singular, in the he, she, it form, you will add a T after your base of the verb. But wel, being a modal verb, is an exception. Then we have wij, we willen, jullie willen, and zij, ze willen. So that is basically the conjugation of the verb willen, to want. And willen as a modal verb refers in Dutch, it refers to a wish or a desire. So in English you can translate it as to want. Again, you can use it in different cases, but let's say the main referral or the main expression of the verb willen is a desire or a wish. Right? So we'll take a look at the examples. Hij wil naar school gaan. He wants to go to school. Zij wil in de zomer reizen. She wants to travel in the summer. Wij willen naar een film kijken. We want to watch a movie. So again, in Dutch, our auxiliary verb goes in the beginning, next to our subject, and our main verb goes at the end. Alright? So, gaan at the end, to go, reizen at the end, to travel, kijken, to watch at the end, willen or will, close to our subject. Now, this is the main difference between zullen and willen. There's more, but I think if you have these ones in mind, then it will be easier to take them apart and not mix them up. And the reason why many people mix them up is because of English, right? You will say, I will go to school. So many people, when they translate, when they speak Dutch, they will translate literally from English to Dutch. And that is a little bit dangerous. So many people, when they actually want to refer to the future, they will use willen instead of zullen. So be careful of that. And basically this was the end of the lesson. I hope it was clear for you. I hope I clarified some doubts. And I want to thank you again for watching. I hope it was useful for you. Remember to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you want more content, and let me know in the comments how useful this grammar lesson was for you. Now, I wish you a great rest of the day, and stay tuned for another episode of Dutch Round 1. Ciao!